So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how you could put together a landing page or website from scratch using Claude AI. This is a capability of Claude that now makes it competitive, if not helps it trump other large language models like ChatGPT, given its handle of code and numerical data. So we're going to be using Claude to generate all the code that we need and the visual. And then we're going to be using a tool called Replit to actually deploy the site and connect it to a domain. It's absolutely mind-blowing that you can literally put together software, even software requiring code, and be guided through the process with AI. And it shows where our technologies are shifting to and how much the tech divide that exists is being eliminated whatsoever. And so to start, I have a prompt that I'm going to use to have Claude come up with the initial landing page, and it'll ask me questions that I will then answer for it to inform what it actually goes and creates. So in this prompt, I'm asking it to put together a landing page for my company, Pinterest Media, and that I'm going to supply it with information for what I want it to look like and also give it context. So we're going to start with this. And then it asks me questions for around the page and what I want included with it. So a brief description of the services, key messaging, color scheme, so on and so forth. And so I'm going to copy and paste the document I had already put together for what I want on this page. I'm basically emulating my already existing website to show that you can actually build something like this from scratch now, and you'll be able to see what results it comes up with. All right, so here's the information for what I want included on the landing page, including the color scheme of purple and black, which are my brand's colors, and some key messaging. And we're going to go ahead and enter that. And so you see that it actually provides all the code. It's being done in React, which is a coding language. All right, it looks like it had an error. So when I see this, I just copy and paste the error into Claude saying, for some reason, this error came up, and then it should go and revise what it put together so that we can see the visual for this. All right, so here's what it came up with for the page, and these are the basic services that Pinterest Media offers. And so of course, when it comes to the copy, you can have it alter it, you can switch some things around, you can upload images for it to place in. So like if I wanted to say something like change the header to save time and increase output in your business, then it will go ahead and modify that and then provide the updated version of the page for you. So any sort of updates that you want to make, you can literally make it within Claude, and it'll give you the information that you need. So now from here, we have the page, and we're next going to load up Replit. And so in Replit, you're going to create an account, and then you're going to go ahead and create a REPL. And then you're going to choose React JavaScript, and then you can title it, I'm going to say Pinterest landing page. Then we're going to go ahead and create the REPL. And then in here is where you're going to copy and paste the code that was provided to you via Claude. So now in Claude, I'm going to say, I'd like to deploy this site. Can you help me, guide me through how to do so using Replit? I prompted Claude to help me with setting up the Replit. And so here it had me go to Replit and create the new REPL. And then now that we've created a new REPL, it wants me to run the following commands. So you're going to copy and paste this first one right here. And then in the shell, we're going to paste directly from Claude. And we're going to go on to the second one, which is around initializing Tailwind CSS. So that's around the styling of the page. I'm going to run that one also. And next, we're going to go into copy and pasting the corresponding files for the REPL, which is for the content. So first it wants us to update the tailwind.config.js or JavaScript. So that's going to be on the left side here. So we're going to click on tailwind.config.js. We're going to remove what's currently here and replace it. Next, we're going to the app.css. So the there is an app.css. So we're going to remove what's there, paste that. Then the app.jsx, same thing. Going to delete what's there and paste what Claude suggested, index.jsx. Same thing, index.l. It says after adding all these files, your project structure should look like this. And it says to use the following command in the shell. Now we're running the page. All right. So now it has popped up here and we can see what it came up with. Now, if you click on the web browser within Replit, it'll give you the actual URL where you can check out what it came up with. So this is the actual page that it put together. Now, I don't really like so much how two of the service offerings, it's kind of like lopsided 3 and 2. So what you can do for something like that is you can go back to Claude and say, this came out okay. However, in the site, I don't like how the service offerings are lopsided. There are 3 on top and then 2 in the bottom. Can you reform it so that all 5 fit in one column, or the 2 at the bottom are centered? All right, so it's going to modify the layout for us, and then it provides us with the new code. So it looks like it's not popping up here. However, let's see when we paste it into REPL. I'm going to ask, please provide with the full code. All right, so I'm going to come in here, app.jsx, copy and paste, then you can click on run, and let's see what it came up with. All right, so it centered it now. So this looks much better. And so you see how you can play with Claude by reprompting and asking for it to make changes like it's an assistant. The next step is going to be now to actually deploy it and connect this to a domain. Okay, now that we have the page, can you help me with deploying and connecting it to a... So deploying it, click on the deploy tab at the top of the screen. All right, so in order to deploy it and then connect it to a domain, what you're gonna have to do is click on deploy in Replit, and then you're gonna purchase the domain how you usually would purchase a new domain for a website, and then Replit can provide you with the DNS records that you would then add into the DNS settings for wherever the domain is hosted. And so you'll change the A name, the C name, and the certificates required to propagate the settings as you would any other web service, or if you were building a website using a web builder. So if I were to go to Replit at the top here, it says click domain, click deploy. Then you just click on static, and from there you'd be able to share with friends and connect it to a domain so that this would be an actual functioning landing page or website that you can use for your business. And so, of course, you can play around with the copy and adjust that. You can prompt for Claude to adjust the formatting of the site, the styling, and you can add other pages, images. So with Claude, you're now able to use AI, even with code, without necessarily having the coding background, to build out simple apps and websites.